What's kicking YouTube? I'm the Pokegen and welcome to another Wi-Fi battle. Once again, it is a UU battle. This will be the last UU battle I will be doing for the U week, or I've done about 5 of these battles already. I'm going to explore a new tier, hopefully next battle. So I have the same exact team for you guys as the last video. Jirachi, Empoleon, Arcanine, Mega Absol, Chestnut, and Gudra. My opponent, his name is WindVeiledKing. He is one of my Twitter followers, and I believe he's subscribed to me on YouTube as well. And his Twitter and his YouTube will be in the description below, so I suggest you do check him out. And so his team is pretty interesting. He has Noivern, Scrafty, Shaman, Altaria, Delphox, and Dusclops? Yeah, Dusclops. By the way, it is a Mega Altaria, which I was not aware of until he did Mega Evolve. I did some research and I found out that Mega Altaria is in BL instead of UU. He's banned from UU, but I just let it slide and I was like, all right, whatever. It's just one Pokemon. It's just one Pokemon that that's banned from UU. If it was like 2 or 3 Pokemon, I would have been like, hey, you gotta switch up your team. But it's just Mega Altaria. I was able to handle it quite well. So let's get on with the battle, and I'll explain basically what happened. So I believe I started off with Jirachi again, but he opens up with Dusclops, and automatically I was like, crap, Dusclops, always big problem. Yeah, I started off with Jirachi. I was like, wait, this thing pretty much walls my team. Pretty much walls this thing. I just go for U-turn, and I believe I go out into Arcanine to get a Will-O-Wisp off, but I could be wrong. And no, I was right. I went into Rufus and I wanted to get Will-O-Wisp off. But I also get the Intimidate off because usually these things are physical and they just carried like Shadow Sneak, but good thing he went for Will-O-Wisp because, yeah, Rufus, fire type. But I just went straight for the Flare Blitz. I was like, I want to see how much damage I can get off, but didn't do a lot. But then I realized, crap, this thing has Disable. Flare Blitz disabled, and what I want to do was get Will-O-Wisp off at this point now, because that's all I can really do. So he just gets a Shadow Sneak off, which is just absolutely nothing because I'm defensive and Intimidate. But Will-O-Wisp misses once. Another Will-O-Wisp. Miss again! Miss twice. Goes for Pain Split now. Oi! Oi. So Disable, Shadow Sneak, Pain Split, and Will-O-Wisp. Oi. I can't stand Dusclops. And this, oh my god. I'm not sure what tier Dusclops is in, but I finally get the Will-O-Wisp off after 2 tries. I was just like, wait, Will-O-Wisp, nope. Will-O-Wisp, nope. 3rd try. Will-O-Miss, everybody. Annoying as ever, but I switch out because Flare Blitz is still disabled. I switch into the Absol, just wanted to get a knockoff off. So pressure goes off, it's like, alright, whatever. So he goes for Pain Split. I was like, oh wow, that's gonna do nothing, right? Kinda. Gives me a little bit less HP, but whatever. So what I do is I Mega Evolve, and I want to get knockoff off. He does switch out into the Dragon Slayer, which is the Scrafty. I was like, oh, Dragon Slayer, eh? Eh? Okay, whatever. Ice Punch in, you know. So, Mega Evolve into Mega Absol. Go for knockoff. What item does it have? It's got a Life Orb. I was like, oh, okay. Play rough. Bye, Dragon Slayer. Because your time's 4 weak to Fairy. So, then he brings in the Noivern. I ended up going for play rough again, but he does go for Hurricane and kills off my Absol. I was like, oh, alright. Whatever. So, I go into Neptune because he's weak to Ice with Noivern and Altaria. I ended up going for Ice Beam, and he switches into the Dusclops. I was like, oi, okay. I think I got this. He takes it pretty well. He's... Dusclops. Dusclops, guys. I'll just go for Scald. Stab. And it does a lot more damage than Ice Beam. That's basically what I kept doing. And he goes for another Pain Split. I was like, no! Shared the pain, no! Oi. But luckily he was burned. I was so happy he's burned though. I just kept going for Scald at this point, trying to get some damage off, and I really wanted to kill this Dusclops because at this point I think this was the Stole part of the battle. So he ends up disabling my Scald. I was like, oh great. But at this point, I ended up just going for Ice Beam. Luckily I was faster than Dusclops, and I ended up killing it. So I was pretty happy about the Dusclops being gone because Dusclops is just really annoying regardless, even though it's slow and Shadow Shake does really nothing to me. So he ended up just going into Shaman, and he went for Siege Flare, which does kill off Neptune, which I was fine with because Empoleon killed Dusclops, which I gotta give a clap to. Anything that can kill Dusclops is amazing. So I ended up just going into Rufus. And I wanted to go for, Flare Blitz, I think? I wanted to go for, yeah, I think I wanted to go for Flare Blitz or, Extreme Speed, but, yeah, he goes into the Altaria, and yeah, I just go into Flare Blitz, and he's gonna take this like a champ, because Altaria is usually defensive, especially, all it basically needs is one Cotton Guard, and it's basically a wall. But, this is where I realized this is a Mega Altaria. I was like, oh, okay. Is it Yu-Gi-Oh or is it BL? Like I said, I let it slide. I was like, alright, whatever, it's just one Pokemon, I can deal with it. I ended up going for Will-O-Wisp and he missed! And just goes for Hyper Voice. And almost killing my Arcanine. I was like, oh, thank God it resists. I believe I go for Will-O-Wisp again. And finally get it off. I was like, oh, thank God. I didn't care if it was physical or not, I just needed to get damage. But, yeah, he ends up going for Dragon Pulse. I do have to agree with him. I do run Dragon Pulse over Draco Meteor. I don't like Draco Meteor. Unless I have no guard or something like that, or like Compound Eyes, I'm going for Dragon Pulse. But I ended up just going for Morning Sun, and then afterwards I wanted to go for Extreme Speed, I think, at this point. Because I really needed this Arcanine for one of his Pokemon, but he ended up just going for Roost. So he has Dragon Pulse, Hyper Voice, and Roost. I don't know what his last move is, but I was just really annoyed. Really, really annoyed this part because it's another Stolly part of the battle, and I really needed this Altaria to die. So I switch out into Chestnut. I was gonna go for Poison Jab, but I think I can take one Hyper Voice, and he ends up going for Dragon Pulse instead. But I took it kind of like a champ, but kinda. So he ends up going for Flamethrower. I think he kills off my Chestnut at this point. And then I realized, I was like, wait, I'm screwed. He got a crit there, and I was, well, it's actually a female Altaria, so. But my opponent's a he, so that's why I said that. But I ended up going to Jirachi. I was like, I need a miracle right now. I need a miracle. Beth, can you please, I'm wishing upon a star. I ended up going for Ice Punch and it kills. I was like, yes, thank you. Jirachi always comes through for me. I'm telling you. Jirachi always comes through for me. I really suggest that you pick a Jirachi. But unfortunately, Shadow Ball is just going to kill the foe. It's going to kill me. Almost kill me. I ended up just going for U-turn. Because I needed to get the hell out of here. I didn't want to risk a Shadow Ball or a Flamethrower. So, what did I go into? Oh yeah, I forgot I still had Gudra. So, he withdraws. I think I went for Aqua Tail at this point. He still had Shaman and Delphox left. So, I just go for Aqua Tail just to, yeah, because I thought he wasn't going to switch out. I didn't know. I didn't know why he'd switch out at that point, to be honest. But he probably had something that can kill Shame, that can kill me, but he probably forgot that Goodra gets Sap Superca, and that just rose my attack, and physical Goodra is basically pretty powerful. I don't know if he realized that, but Earthquake didn't do that much because Shaman's defense is pretty bulky, so I think I just went for Outrage at this point. Luckily, I was able to go for Outrage because Altaria is dying. He had Noivern left too, oh yeah. So yeah, I think Outrage does end up killing the Noivern. And that was a crit too. I don't know if the crit mattered. I was +1 in defense or +2 in defense. I mean attack. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure how that works. But he ends up going for Psychic here, and I took that like a champ because I am Assault Vest. So I just go for I'm stuck into Outrage. So I think it ends up killing off a Delphox too, and it does. Delphox is an RU, by the way. It's an RU for a reason. So here's the Shaman. I think this is all he has left at this point. And he kept on going for Air Slash to get a flinch, but nope. Outrage came through for me again and ended up killing the Shaman. And I believe that's the end of the battle, and yes, it is the end of the battle. Okay, so I believe I ended up 3-0ing or 2. Who did I? Okay, I think I had I think I 3-0'd him or 2-0'd him. It doesn't matter. I won, but thank you, What was his name again? Let me look up on my phone real fast. Okay, WindVeiledKing. Thank you very much for the battle. I did have a good time, and like I said, I let it slide that you had to make Altaria. As long as it was only one Pokemon that was in BL, I was like, all right, whatever. It just really. If you had more than Altaria and BL, I would have been like, alright, no, sorry, that's it, but it is what it is, and I let it slide, so thank you. Well, like I said, thank you for the battle. I did have a good time. But thank you guys for watching the video, and don't forget to leave a comment if you did enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe to me if you haven't already, and if you want to check out more of Wi-Fi battle content, the playlist will be in the description below. So I will see you guys in the next video. Later!